Dude, I called it 7:08, man. Paneloids, comic books, and more. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Wednesday. We are here. We are live, and we have an amazing interview tonight. Today is Fireborn Day, the day we've all been waiting for a very, very long time. And we are joined by the co-writers of Fireborn, Mr. Franklin Jonas and Mr. Curt Pires. How are we doing, gentlemen?
What up?
Doing great. An amazing day.
Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
Thank you guys so much for coming back. We 70,000 copies of Fireborn 1 sold. How are we feeling about that?
We feel awesome. We were like, yeah, I mean, we're obviously we're so excited just because it's like so many people are going to read the book. We don't want to like harp on the numbers of it. You know, obviously it's great when something does really, big numbers. Image Comics, what's up? We love you, Image Comics. Wolfie's also joined here, but yeah, we're obviously the numbers are great and super excited. We're just stoked that so many people are happy to check out this thing we've made and worked so hard on. Right? That's kind of what I feel like. We're just so happy about it. It's amazing to make an idea that's kind of bigger than both of us.
My man Tyvee.
A seed that was planted in San Diego Comic-Con has finally blossomed in front of us today.
Those seeds that were planted on Paneloids that
were
then
really
watered at San Diego Comic-Con that then have now brought this to fruition.
I describe as a butterfly effect, and I was like, we stepped on the butterfly. There was a meteor coming that was going to erupt, but we just stepped on it like 2 seconds before.
I mean, it's interesting. It's like I think I definitely attribute our conversation because Curt would never have known I was talking about the book had I not come on you guys' pod and talked about how much I was loving Lost Fantasy.
That's actually true, right? That's why I think it was important for us to do this podcast on the release day, right? And because you boys are like our matchmakers, right? So it's like we gotta show love to where it started.
I've officiated quite a few weddings. I'm okay to officiate more. So
a different kind of
you guys are comic book
yes,
hitch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Comic book hitch, dude.
We're gonna rename a little rebranding. That'll do. All right, it's time to get straight to business. For anyone who did not pick up Fireborn, Franklin, why don't you give us a little elevator pitch for the clips?
Yeah. Fireborn is a spin-off of Lost Fantasy that takes place much more in our world than Lost Fantasy does, and it's about a young, angsty 15-year-old, 16-year-old in New York City who he's your quintessential dream original character that you were thinking of superheroes when you were in high school, doing parkour, rolling his own cigarettes, when he is chosen by forces greater than himself to receive a dragon egg, which may or may not imbue him with dragon powers, which are pretty freaking awesome and badass.
That's good. I like that.
That's good.
Someone was commenting angst, and I think the one thing that I'm seeing a lot in the reviews of is the comments on how many F words are in the first issue. And I'm reading it. I realize it's a lot, but I wouldn't change it. That's what gets
right out the gate, though.
The sales are
right
directly related to the huge number of F words. And I think it's like, it's funny. It reminds me of Deadwood. There's someone would edit clips of every time that Al Swearington said the C word. I don't know if I'll say it here because I'm not sure what exactly is kosher on here. And there'd be like 10-minute clips of just Al Swearington saying, and so that's what I think. I'm looking forward to the eventual like super cut montage of every time the fuck is said in Fireborn. It'll be like a 10-minute video.
When I was in high school and was listening to Midwest emo, I had a similar vocabulary to Aaron. I had a very similar. I think even now I think I have a pretty similar vocabulary to Aaron.
Exactly. Yeah. When you're an angsty teen, even an angsty like 20-something, you swear so much. I feel like I swear less than I used to, but still more than I would like to, because there's something about it just rolls off the tongue, You can't, it's like subconscious.
It reduces stress. It makes you feel better. Releases endorphins just by dropping a few fucks.
We've limited Jeremiah to 3 an episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just used my first.
We got to count. We got to counter.
You guys are
going.
good.
We got to counter.
All right, to keep it with the farming of the clips.
Yes.
Kurt, Lost Fantasy 9. You can't forget that. You want to give a little update of where we're at in the story? Give a reason why everyone should be catching up?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the coolest thing about number 9 is on top of the amazing story stuff that pays off the ending of chapter 8. It also, we have a cool sequence that we created that leads directly into Fireborn that Franklin helped co-write. For me, I think it's probably one of the coolest things we did was sort of making the books not only come out the same day, but also be really interconnected. And so it's like you can read them separately and still enjoy each one. Like we didn't want Fireborn you to have to read Lost Fantasy, but if you read both of them, you really get an extra layer of storytelling there that I think makes it even cooler. So Franklin helped out on that one as well. And yeah, it's the start of our brand new story arc, Fall of the Hunters, where we see our big bad named Edge is sort of hunting all the great hunters who are sort of the rulers of the Lost Fantasy universe are being picked off one by one by him, and Henry's kind of in the crosshairs of that.
Synergy.
Yeah, branding, synergy,
Really building a world here. Maybe we're leading to a bit of a assemble kind of comic eventually.
We have like here's our thing I'm always talking about it, and I think Franklin's the same way. We like when the stuff crosses over, but we don't want it to be lame and corny. And it's because it's basically like we notice everything now is a universe. Nothing's allowed to stand on its own, right? So even that's why the cover of Fireborn doesn't say Lost Fantasy Universe. It says From the World of Lost Fantasy, because I wanted people to know that something that, while it's tied to Lost Fantasy, it's not like we're not doing the run before you walk thing where like we're going to do like 10 spin-offs or whatever. We have more stories and stuff planned, but our approach is always has to be a really satisfying story and something you could just read on its own without reading 10 other things, right? So we're trying to like learn from the lessons of where I think sometimes the big 2 comics fall short, or like even the Marvel movies and the DC movies have kind of gotten overcomplicated. So we're trying to keep things accessible and fresh.
Well, you've done it. I mean, obviously Fireborn, we're on issue 1 as of today, but it's literally what a comic book is supposed to be. Like it's just literally everything you want. It's just cool shit, like immediately. And Lost Fantasy's been cool shit consistently. So I can't give credit enough to both of you. I mean, really, it is the favorite thing we are reading. I mean, I think that's exactly how you said it in the original clip that kind of, might have played matchmaker. Was it your favorite thing you're reading? It is just that cool.
Yeah.
You can't wait for the next issue. With that, to talk about a little bit of the matchmaking. So we know part of the story, right? But as far as the actual story of Fireborn, did either of you have any idea of any of it prior to meeting? Or did one of you pitch first? Was there a seed from one and then the other was like, wait a minute, we could go bigger? Like how did that conversation go you know, because we missed that part. I want to know every little detail now.
Curt had reached out to me. So you're in San Diego Comic-Con, or at San Diego Comic-Con, and I was on my way there. I was stuck in traffic, and Curt had reached out about getting dinner, and I was like bobbing and weaving through traffic to get there because I had no idea what he wanted. I know he had asked me if I would ever contribute to a book. I thought that meant like a backup or something, and I got to dinner, and he basically was like, do you want to co-write an ongoing series? We can now say it's an ongoing series, which is so cool. But do you want to come on board? I have this idea for coming out of Lost Fantasy and involving a dragon egg and involving sort of fire powers. And I think there was some ideas there. And then I went home that night, and you maybe said that, and that's it, like 2 sentences. And I went home that night and I wrote 7 or 8 pages just as an idea and sent it over to him the next morning because I was so excited by anybody. I was like, oh my God, what? Somebody wants me to write. What? Yes. And then it kind of went from there. We just started working and fleshing it out and building and destroying and building and destroying. And then that's what we came to Fireborn 1.
Yeah, I think it was like he said, I just had the very like core concept of like guy gets superpowers from a dragon egg, and like Franklin says, we had like a great talk about it, and we were talking about just like what comics we like and this sort of stuff. And Image Comics chiming in, it's so funny. It's like it's a sentient company or something.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like we've been hacked. But no, and then Franklin did write like 10 pages overnight, and I was just like, I was like really impressed, honestly, by the work ethic, because I knew Franklin loved comics, but like I didn't know he was necessarily like you never know until you start working with someone what their work ethic is going to be like. So I was really impressed and kind of like blown away. And then we had a lot of talks that whole weekend about what the idea was. We were just walking around and like buying Labubu's and shit for his niece and nephew, and I was buying, for my girlfriend at the time, niece and nephew and all this stuff. We're like buying Labubu's, paying way too much. I mean, like, so this is what happened, and midway through, and then we really spent the whole a week after San Diego really started working on it. We started talking about artists and stuff, and I'd seen Patrick's work, and I sort of floated it by Franklin, and Patrick has breathed so much life in this book. And then once we kind of we're talking to Patrick, we immediately started working on it, and we kind of spent a good amount of time like writing and rewriting the issue and resequencing it and stuff, because it was a lot of the beats we had, but we did kind of rejig it and all this stuff, and so it's very interesting, the pacing of it and all this stuff. We've really played with a lot to try and get it as exciting as possible.
So to dive into that just a little bit more, you both lead very, very busy lives. I mean, Curt, you write more than most people do you write more in a week than most people do in a lifetime. And Franklin, you've been recording like crazy and touring like a madman. So were these conversations done via email, via phone? Did you guys like email back and forth like, hey, I have this idea, and then one of you would call like, what the hell are you doing? Like, was that ever a thing? Or has it just kind of been like flowing, oh, this, and then this, and then this? What was that like?
It flowed pretty well. I mean, we would text a fair amount, and we get on like a weekly or once every 2 weeks, we get on a call, and we just talk out our ideas or talk out what we were writing. We'd send stuff back and forth. And I was on tour a lot as we were writing issue 1 and then issue 2. And then now later down the line, I'm on tour again, and it's tough to write again. And so in the areas where like I slack because I get so distracted, like touring has become so much of my life the past year. Curt has been so understanding and so respectful, and we've just gone back and forth. And when I'm home, I write a lot, and then when I'm on tour, I write a little bit less. And Curt helps out where he can.
And it goes both ways too, because there was times where I was really underwater with my stuff, and Franklin like picked up the slack and did a lot of work to keep the book on track. So I think it's like we really are a team, and I think that's how I look at it. And I think I do kind of look at it as like a band almost, with me, Franklin, and our boy Timmy, who is really like a big part of the day-to-day of who wrote the Bombshell backup in Lost Fantasy. Shout out Timmy. It really does a lot for Lost Fantasy and Fireborn. So we're kind of like a band / team, the three of us working on all this stuff.
Shout out to Timmy. Awesome.
Yeah, Timmy. Me and Timmy DM'd a little bit. We're gonna set something up, hang out with him a little bit soon for sure. So to go back a little bit, you mentioned how you're trying to correctly, I'll use that word, correctly kind of have these two worlds live on their own but intertwine. But of course we have to ask, like, can you hint at how the crossovers and how they're gonna merge a little bit? When maybe we can expect any hints you could give? No spoilers, although I do love spoilers.
I'll leave that to the architect.
Like sooner than people think. We have like really, from the start, we had really cool idea for this, and so we're getting to the point where we're about to start writing that stuff. And I mean, the last page of Fireborn 1 really sets it up. So like, it's not a out of pocket for me to say, yeah, eventually those two are gonna come to blows, right? So just wait and find out.
Okay, I'm ready.
So the idea was a dragon egg, and that's where you guys ran from. Whose idea was the armor, and what notes did you guys give Patrick Mulholland when it came to designing the armor for the character?
Armor's so sick. It's just the sickest thing.
Very, very sick.
We were going, again, it's very collaborative, right? So it's kind of, I think we're not gonna really go, oh, I did this, Franklin did this, because it's like we're all on the email chains bouncing ideas back and forth. So it's kind of like a hive mind thing. But the one thing we talked about was I think like early on, Franklin we were talking about want the dragon egg to be like weird and cool, right? And he was referencing like David Cronenberg and stuff. We're talking about like baby embryos and stuff. And then and we're like, hey, we do this. But I'm like, what about, have you played Death Stranding? Have you seen the way there's like, the guy has the dragon, the child attached to him and stuff? What if we have it's like a spirit umbilical cord? Like we were talking about this at San Diego, I think the first weekend we started working on it, just going like crazy. And then the armor we had a bunch of like different references and influences. I think the one thing I remember we brought up in the thread is I was really thinking about the Red Eyes Black Dragon in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I'm like, that shit looks so cool. I don't even know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! But when I was a kid, I'm just like, that's the coolest looking thing. And I'm like, so we can reference that. I forget what else we were really referencing, but we went a lot. And then a lot of credits to Patrick, who has really, on top of being inspired by like Todd McFarlane and like the Image Guys, has like a big manga sort of vibe, which I think is very much makes the book speak to the audience it does, is because I think now like Dan Mora fans and stuff, right? He kind of like blurs like Jim Lee and the manga crowd, and I think Patrick does the same thing, and so he really breathed life into that. And me and Fred were just kind of giving him notes as he was sketching, and we eventually ended up on the look we have.
You can definitely feel it in the book, the manga inspirations, but also the references to other pop culture-esque stuff. I can 100% see like how Red Eyes Black Dragon was an inspiration of sorts, because it's just dope as hell. So yeah.
I feel like you need to sign cards, like you need to sign the old cards.
Yeah, we were like trying to always talk about putting maximum amount of cool shit per issue. That's like our like guiding North Stars, like how much cool comic book shit can we put into one issue. So it's the same thing with the costume. How cool can we make it?
Where did the name Fireborn come from?
I think I had that from the get-go.
From the jump?
Yeah.
That was basically all I had when I walked away from that meeting. I knew Fireborn and a kid with dragon powers and that was like when we walked away from that dinner. That was like all I knew at that point. And but yeah,
We pounded out 7 pages. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was the coolest thing. I mean, I'm just like, holy shit. Like, I felt kind of like a piece of shit because I hadn't written anything, man. I was tired. I went to bed. I'm like, wake up. These are all 10 pages. Like, yeah,
not a whole series that Franklin absolutely adored and was inspired by. You didn't do shit. That's right.
No, but it's yeah. I mean, I've done the series before, but I'm like always in the collaboration. I'm always like, okay, I gotta like pull my own weight, right? It's like a school project. You don't want to be that kid who like doesn't do enough. So I'm like, oh man, like I felt bad. I didn't write anything. He's already got like 10 pages, but it was cool, man. It was like, I don't know. I always like that'd be special San Diego to me, man. It's an epic weekend.
If this was a school project, it's definitely an A+ right now. So that's awesome for sure.
Except for all the swears, right? What are the teachers?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, like, I'm not marking down for that at all. I'm cool with that. So.
All right, so we've got a lot of behind the scenes. Now we're going to try and just squeeze any bit of information we can about the future. Fireborn number 2, FOC, May 4th. What can be shared?
New.
You like to tell me stuff.
Yeah, new cool villains.
Yeah.
Franklin cooked up some really cool villains for our main man.
I'm stoked about those dudes.
Yeah, and then what else can we say in the issue?
Come on, Kurt. I always get a spoiler out of you. I always get the first breaking news. Slip up.
No, we learned. I'm like Tom Holland. I'm always spoiling this stuff, right?
Yeah.
He knows Image is watching right now. So.
Oh, right. Sorry. Never mind.
Image wouldn't get mad at us. It's our own book, but I don't want to like ruin it for people. We see the aftermath of what happened at 1. We see Aaron dealing with that a bit. We meet some more cast.
We meet a very important cast member, I think.
Oh yeah, we meet I'm thinking of the intro. We meet our really cool villain of the first arc.
We meet the really cool villain in this too.
And we get to see more of who was carrying the egg in his backstory. So there's a lot of into it's a pretty exciting issue.
Issue 2 kind of fleshes out, I think, a lot of the world and plot. We wanted issue 1 to feel really, we came into it wanting to make a fucked up Spider-Man origin story, and like, having it be that classic thing, but very modern and contemporary and very angsty and like the antithesis of a silver golden age origin. And so issue 2, we kind of flesh out the rest of the plot that we're going to be working with going forward.
Yeah, and then issue 3, just to tease a little bit ahead, we just finished up and we have such a cool villain introduced in it. We basically, again, this is what you want, Kyle, so I'll just give it to you. Issue 3, at the start of it, we basically introduce like Arnull, right? Who's like,
oh yeah,
so cool. So that's going to be exciting. And there's so much fights in this comic. The first arc of this comic was basically like
mostly fighting.
Fights. Yeah. It's like an awesome, I love fights in comics, right? I was thinking a lot of this thing Rob Liefeld said, where he was talking about like a good comic has like, there's a blueprint to a good comic. And he was like, you get them talking, and then you get them fighting, and then you end with a cliffhanger. And when I first heard that, I was like, I don't know about that. And the more I think about it, I'm like, damn, we kind of had a point. You do some talking, you get them beating the shit out of each other and doing the coolest stuff you can imagine. And then you think of something that makes people have to come back, right? So, okay, Rob, You're kind of right there, man. Like, there's a blueprint to this good type of superhero comic.
Splash pages on splash pages. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. And there was some beautiful splash pages in this first issue, and I'm sure
The
there were going
colors
to
are
be even more.
crazy.
Patrick did such an
colors are
incredible job,
insane.
dude.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
like,
there's the double page spreads. Like, they're my favorite parts of the first issue, I think.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Kurt, can you tell us more about Bombshell and the other stuff that Timmy has cooking up for Lost Fantasy?
Yeah, so Bombshell is a character we introduced, and I think it was Lost Fantasy 6. That, again, it was one of these things where I just instantly realized that this character is so cool. She's sort of screaming to come off the page. And so Timmy and I had been talking a bit about this character, and I know Timmy's on top running a great shop and doing his great marketing stuff, is doing some great writing as well. And so I wanted to do more with this character, but I need to bring in someone to help me on it. So Timmy and I built this story out that will be told across the background of Lost Fantasy with 9, 10, and 11. And then maybe there'll be more with that character down the road. But we get to see kind of her backstory, how she and Henry connected in the first place. And I think him and Eamon Winkle did a great job on this first one. There's lots of exciting stuff. Them fighting Nazi dinosaurs, right? Yeah, so that's what Bombshell. More soon. That's all I'll say for now.
Wow.
Love Fireborn got 4 variant covers. Never read Lost Fantasy, and now I have to. You don't have to, but it's better if you do.
No, he's gonna read it.
I mean,
he does have to. He does. He said he's gonna. Yes, please.
And the trade was released recently, so you
First
can go and
2
grab the
trades
trade.
are out, so
Trades
you
are
can catch
out.
up. And then 9
Great
is out.
timing.
And if you read the current issue of Lost Fantasy, you'll also understand more of Fireborn. They are directly connected.
I'll tell you one thing that's cool that we haven't talked about a ton, but I think is so cool and speaks to how much Franklin's contributed to this universe, is that the biker gang that's in Lost Fantasy 5 came about, and 6 came about because Franklin and I were already working on Fireborn, and we were talking about who the bad guys were going to be, and they're going to be this biker gang, right? And so I said, well, I have this issue where Henry's kind of going to go around and interrogate people, so I'll put the biker gang we're going to use in Fireborn in here. So we're setting it up, right? So like Franklin has contributed a lot to this world, and Fireborn and Lost Fantasy really they're intertwined in a lot of subtle ways. I think people who read both of them will pick up on.
Awesome for sure.
So Lost Fantasy number 10, FOC May 4th.
Yeah.
Anything else you want? I don't know if I can ask for any more. I keep asking for.
Well,
tell us the issue.
Yeah,
he's a greedy son bitch.
It's the second part of Follow the Hunters, right? So we continue where we left off on 9. I'm not going to spoil too much of the story because we got to let people read it. But one thing I can say that we just announced today on Comics Beat is that there's a new backup featuring the villain of Lost Fantasy, Edge, that I've co-written with Timmy that's going to run in Fireborn 2. So that's 8 more pages of story added in as a bonus to people. That the story's really, that ties in a lot with the history of the dragons and Fireborn. So people will get a little Lost Fantasy in there as well. So that's a breaking news.
I have a button for that. Wait, there's somewhere here.
Do you?
Yeah, do you have a clock?
There it is.
Yeah.
It's on my face.
There we go.
So we know that Aaron is an angsty boy. Give us 3 songs that are on his playlist.
Okay.
That's Franklin's.
I
Totally built that out.
I asked that we put a modern baseball like wall flag in his room. So probably your graduation.
I saw that, the Mobo. Yep.
You saw the Mobo. You saw the Mobo. That's great. So Shouts out to Patrick for that. I'd say that. I would say Covet by Basement.
Oh my God, that's such a oh man, basement needs to come back.
It's great.
Modern baseball needs to come back.
I feel modern baseball does need to come back. I feel like something like heavier, like a lot of
Title
speed
Fight?
song, like a lot. Oh,
Or
I
Lot
mean,
Speed?
yeah, Title Fight would be cool. But Title Fight can be. I mean, it would have to be is it Floral Green? Is that the album? That's like
Yep.
that's the heavier earlier stuff. It would have to be that, or yeah, I think he'd listen to like some weird new metal, like he'd listen to Amity Affliction or something like that.
I mean, Amity Affliction was my soundtrack to my freshman year in college, so that fits. Yeah.
I've there was many nights where I tried to learn the bass parts. It's impossible.
So you guys have some incredible covers, and Lost Fantasy is known for having some spectacular homage covers. Can you hint at any other homage covers that are coming, or could you say what one of your dream homage covers would be for either Fireborn or Lost Fantasy? Because Lost Fantasy, the cool thing that Lost Fantasy does when it comes to homage covers, they don't just stick to comics, which I think is dope as hell. You mix other mediums in with your homage covers, and I think that's incredible.
Thank you very much, Layla.
Franklin, love your new song. That's what Layla said.
Thank you. Sorry. Yeah.
It's stuck in my head, by the way. Can I just stop the question for 1 second? That's been stuck in my head for like 3 weeks.
Thanks, dude.
It was nonstop.
Appreciate you.
Fantastic. What was the question? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
Homage
this
covers,
is messing with me.
Oh,
here.
we got a Playboy.
Yeah.
Playboy has shown up again.
Just waiting at
It's
the bus
chaos.
stop,
We're
waiting for
gone
my
off the
Uber.
rails.
No one's picking you up. I guess he would have asked me, but
Just an
but
Uber
I'm here.
drive, waiting for my Uber.
All right, you enjoy. Thanks, Pierre.
Homage covers. We know
talked
we got
about it devolving into chaos. It is officially
there we go. We got an absolute Batman homage cover. We got an Ultimate Spider-Man homage cover. Any other you want to hint, or any other that you want to like put out into the ether that you would like to see?
I have. Kurt, do you have any?
What do we? I'm trying to think. 2, we have a Spawn #1 homage. You know, got to show some love to the Todd father. That's our boy right there. 3, we have the Ultimate Spider-Man 2000. What is it? 1 or 2004, the Brian Bendis one, because that's my special one. It's like I love that book. And a big influence on Fireborn as well. Just like the feeling of it. I wanted our book to like feel the way that book made me feel when I was like 12 and read it. And we have more, but I'm more interested to hear what everyone else wants, because it's like I need to crowdsource ideas, right?
I want to do like weird ones that are like classic divisive comics. Like I don't know, like
Zap Comics.
Yeah, like Kevin Smith's Daredevil, like number that,
okay,
like that
Guardian
one,
Devil,
yeah, or gosh, something from the Clone Saga.
They're like we'll do a homage to what is it, Bill Jemis's and Mark Millar's Trouble, the one where Aunt May gets like pregnant or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
No.
Yes.
I mean, do it.
The Trouble variant.
That's tough. That's tough. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I would love to do. Yeah, like in that vein, like Ultimatum. Like I secretly love Ultimatum. I would like to do.
Oh yeah, Ultimatum's great.
Yes, dude, I love David Finch. I was so happy when when they announced that Skinbreaker book that he's like back. I'm a big David Finch boy.
Dude, I think Ultimatum gets a bad rep. That comic
it does, but
that comic does the one thing that I wish we understood, we strove for in the comic community now, which is consequence. That it just does something that actually has like meaning, that like, or like that, like the status quo is going to actually change, or that it will have consequences upon the status quo. And for that, I love Ultimatum.
I mean, Clone Saga
Image-
gets a terrible.
Sorry to
rep, but-
interrupt. Lost
Clone Saga
Fantasy
is-
10 to 11 covers are on Lunar. Image Comics chiming in, letting
Oh,
us
yeah.
know. We can shill that, listen to Image Comics, go on Lunar, look at that. Let's bring it back to the important thing though, Jeff Loeb. Jeff Loeb's Red Hulk run with Ed McGuinness, so underrated. Amazing.
Yeah.
I agree.
comics.
Okay, I agree.
On comics, and it's a mystery too. Like, who's the Red Hulk? I was reading that when it was coming out, and I was like, "This is so good." Everyone was shitting on it. It was incredible. Ed
Well,
McGuinness
no.
drawing like the Hulk's fighting, punching the Watcher. All is so cool.
The
He
only
brings back
problem with that
the-
run is you figure it out way quicker, and then it was a red herring. Like, it was definitely Rick Jones, and then they made Rick Jones A-bomb because it got figured out so quickly. Like, that's my problem with that run. It's a fantastic run, wonderful run, A+ run, but that's the only thing that
That's
I
the seventh time I've heard you complain about that. Being honest.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
Kyle,
you guys
I'm
are
not asking that next question, by the way.
what? I know. I'll think about it. You guys
Now I
mentioned
need to know what this question is. Thank you very much, Austin, for liking
Yeah.
the country stuff that I'm doing.
there's a lot of
Thank
cool
you.
comments in other places too, but the logistics of me getting it onto the screen is not fun. So compliments coming in a lot for the music. Well deserved.
Oh, thank you so much, dude. Thank you.
You guys,
I'm trying my best out here.
you said like a null kind of villain, so
Yeah.
I think an homage cover to like
Kyle, you
No.
and your no.
there's like a few back there. I think
I
they
know.
have-
He's got
dude.
quite a few back there.
yeah.
I know.
You're
Like the
Donny
third
Cates'
print?
best soldier, hey? You're his best soldier, his best boy.
Yeah. I think Pierre's worse, to be honest. All right, so the next question. I was trying to make Dimitri ask these questions, but Dimitri had technical difficulties. So now I'm the asshole here. Are there more dragon eggs?
No comment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll move
that.
on quickly from that. We will move on quickly from that. Then. Any cons that you guys are for sure going to? Any signings, appearances, concerts?
We have some signings in LA, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, at the end of the month, we're signing at Comics Bug, which did a really cool exclusive of
Yeah.
the Ultimate Spider-Man, the Hickman one, the
I ordered a
2024
few.
one.
Jeremiah,
The
got you one?
Chinichetto. Yep, the Chinichetto will cover.
Yeah, exactly. And so we're signing there, Golden Apple as well on the same day.
Yeah.
And then I think next week I'm doing the Calgary Expo, which is my hometown show. There's a bunch of cool. Tyler Kirkham's going to be there. Did a cool cover for us, so I'm gonna hang out with them. Maybe I'll buy him a steak or something. Show some love to our boy.
Calgary steak, it does go hard.
yeah.
Calgary steak is
I
very
love
good.
Franklin has the best Calgary story, by the way, which is great when you were telling me your story about Calgary.
Is it a story that we can share or no?
Yeah. I mean, when I was in Calgary, that was back when I used to do my rat suit performances, and I used to go crazy. And I was on stage, and I used to lock my legs and fall straight back. And when I did that, I broke my sternum, like on stage, and then I had to finish a tour with a broken sternum. Although I didn't know it was broken till like the very end of the tour.
Oh, that's a different story than the one I was thinking, but I think that one's the one just probably better to
That's
share.
the best story.
I don't know what story you're talking about now. I'm afraid. Don't tell it, whatever it is.
Yeah, I won't tell it. That story is crazy too. No, and then we'll both be in San Diego, I'm sure, right? You going to San Diego, right, Franklin?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Going to San Diego for sure.
We're doing it big. We're gonna do some signings, Image. We gotta go all out.
Yeah, dude. We gotta get
Fireborn Army. Where's our
Rise up.
the fire? Yeah, rise up our Fireborn. I don't know what to call you guys yet. We'll think of a word for you.
You need
Someone's
a
got
word.
to 3D print the armor.
You need
Someone's got
3D printed armor. You need a cosplay, and
Yeah.
then you need a tattoo that we could all get.
Dude, oh my god, I haven't even thought about that. Wait.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
People will wait. What?
Yes, it's
No,
going
I
to
hadn't
happen.
even thought
Tattoo
about
would be
that.
sick.
A-
Yo,
a
let's get
dragon egg?
The dragon
Yeah,
egg.
dragon
I'll get
egg.
the dragon egg. That'd be sick.
Wait.
I'll do it.
People might
I've got
cosplay
room.
as Aaron. Oh my
I've got
god.
room.
No, I hadn't even thought of this. This is amazing.
I can't wait,
Yeah.
Franklin, to your videos after like your first signing, like the real like mass line. I can't wait to see
still haven't
that
done a
video.
signing,
I
dude.
can't wait to the cosplay when you see your first cosplay. I can't wait to those videos because it's gonna be such a cool moment, especially seeing like your love for comics and then like a little bit on the
Something
other
that
end
was
of
in
it
here
of like
got put here.
Dude, you
and
just
it's now there.
yeah, you just clicked something that I had never even like thought of that was
Brace
a
yourself.
possibility of it happening. Wow, that's so cool. I mean, today, like, I don't know, I posted a video today because I was so excited because it was so just the craziest thing walking into a shop this morning. And I was in Indiana this morning, Indianapolis, and I walked into the shop. I go straight back to the image section and find Fireborn. I pick one up and I'm taking a picture with it. I'm so excited. And then I turn around and they're sold out. And I put it down and somebody comes up and grabs it. Because I was like, I guess they might want more. I put it down, they grab it and they go and they buy it. And they were sold out. I watched the book sell out in front of me. That was like that shit that I like read about or heard of. So thank you. I'm just a lot of firsts for me today. This is great.
well deserved, and especially with like the co-writing, like I can feel the different vibe like with you and Kurt versus just Kurt. Like it has its own voice. It's just so good. It's just so good. It's so
Thanks,
good.
man. Thank you.
Really, it's very
Yeah,
exciting to have witnessed the
You
way
mentioned,
we did.
You mentioned that you wanted it to be a Golden Age, Silver Age origin story, and you nailed the feel of that. You absolutely nailed the feel of that.
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah. Because as someone who's read a lot of them,
I know,
this is
yeah.
right where it needs to be. This is right.
We can go band for band on Silver Age origin story.
I still want to plan a trivia. We want to do like a.
Let's do it. Wait, can we do trivia? Please?
It's gonna be a creator versus
Going
creator
into
trivia.
it
You wanna
right
do it
now.
I do have a random question for you, Franklin, because so Jeremiah has had a little bit of fame. He had his first almost 300,000 view clip.
Wow.
I
No
might
big deal,
have
no
like
big deal.
I used
Famous
every
boy
gimmick.
over here.
Yeah,
Famous
no,
boy.
he had a 300 and then like 150 and like a 200. He's been on a roll.
What clip was it? What clip was it?
So
Whoa. Okay.
not bad, Jeremiah. I'll give you credit for that. I used every gimmick to make the hook. I did. I'll take some credit for the clip. Okay,
But it's my theory.
it is your theory. Pierre sung a little bit in the clip, but
What's your
basically,
theory?
Sadie Sink is in Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Yes.
Jeremiah, even though she technically showed up in the Iron Fist show, gave this whole explanation of how Sadie Sink is Typhoid Mary.
Yes. And I did see this clip. I did see this clip. Okay. I didn't know that went viral. Okay.
I mean, that viral for us. That's
Jeremiah
Viral for us. Yeah.
Viral Jeremiah.
And it did absolutely go to his head. Absolutely go to his head. Like
Yeah.
the
It
amount
did
of-
not.
So my question to you is, who do you think Sadie Sink is? And do you agree with Jeremiah at all? Because you have almost as much, if not more, knowledge.
No, I do not have more knowledge than Jeremiah.
I don't know.
I do not.
I don't know.
I
It's
think
close.
no. I've read a lot of comics. I don't think that she's Typhoid Mary. I think that would be so great if she played Typhoid Mary.
I don't think
do
Jeremiah
not think
does.
that. I think that. I mean, I honestly, unfortunately, think that she will probably be. I wish she was like.
Don't say it. Franklin, I love you. Do not say it.
What do you think I'm gonna say? First of all,
I think you're going to say a name that begins with a J. And
well,
it's
yeah,
gonna piss me off
I
if
don't
it's
want
true.
her to play that. I don't want her to play that. It's a terrible way to introduce that character. It is a terrible way to introduce that character. I don't think that she's the actress for that character.
Thank you.
I don't think that that's.
Okay.
I don't. But I think that I'm like. I mean, we kind of talked about it when I was on last time. Like, I'm so far at this point, like, removed from the movies and television. Like, I don't really like, bro. It's been so crazy. I haven't watched the new season of Daredevil. There's like
It's
no
so
interest.
good. Oh my god! Last night's
There's
episode.
no
holy
interest
shit,
after
like,
season 1. There's like zero interest for me to watch it.
Ooh.
There's zero
I
interest.
didn't even finish
I
season
don't-
1 of that show.
What was that?
Born Again or the original Daredevil?
No, Born Again. The original season 1 of the first Daredevil Netflix was good, but Born Again I couldn't finish.
Yeah, dude.
Born Again
and
is
after that,
cut up,
I will
yeah.
say I watched Wonder Man. Wonder Man was great. But it still was like, I don't know. I just like, I can't even believe myself. I don't care anymore. Like, it's like fascinating. I don't care anymore. But I think that I think that they would be stupid's not the right word, but it would be a move that a corporation like that
Would make.
don't understand how to
Yeah.
properly introduce a character or don't understand what that character is supposed to be or how to. Oh, she's gonna be a villain, or she's gonna be an anti-hero, and he's gonna have to save. I think that'll probably be it. It'll probably be Jean Grey, and it probably won't be that.
Yeah, so like if it is Jean Grey, like why though, right? Kind of like what you're saying.
Yeah.
Why would they do it in
Right.
this movie? It's just kind of trying to shove too much shit into
It's
it.
either
Literally.
that or it's that character. What's the character that has that? It's a shapeshifter character from more recent Spider-Man books.
Oh, it could be shots
Itsy
from.
Bitsy? No. Oh,
Yeah,
Shot.
was a rumored one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shop. What was it?
Shots from. It's
Shots
like an alien that can shapeshift and manipulate. Might have been in the Spider-Man cartoon. Kind of looked like.
It. It'll be something odd like that. But Typhoid Mary would be amazing. It would be fantastic if they did that, and I would much prefer it to be that. But they're
Well,
not.
especially because Punisher's in it too, right? So it'd make more sense.
Yeah.
If it's more street level character than
Mhm.
we got Punisher in it. We also got Jean. Like it just stops being a.
The power
Spider-Man
level
movie.
is just way off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's also like kind of when they cram too much into these movies and make it too much about the overall universe instead of like, oh, we're telling a good story, but we're adding one cool Easter egg in it. That's fine. That works fine. When it's like they're adding so much shit into it that it stops being about the core story is when you're watching it and you're just like stupid. Like you just I check out of it.
Yeah, and like the Hulk's in the movie, it's like a whole thing. It's not really. I don't know. I would much prefer it to be an interesting pick like Typhoid Mary, but I doubt it, unfortunately.
I mean, it's probably not, but if it is, your boy
That'd be
got it.
pretty sick, and
Your boy got it.
you'd have called it, dude. You'd have called it.
All the people that have threatened to come back and laugh at you, Jeremiah.
I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting. There's just gonna be when that finally happens. The episode will just be me being like, "Told you so," straight into the
No,
camera
no.
for an hour.
I need you screaming. Screaming is what does it for the clips.
I do have to say though, and I know this isn't going to be clipped or whatnot, but last night's episode of Daredevil Born Again was one of the best Daredevil episodes of the entire series, if you count all 5 seasons. The flashbacks were incredible. It just an absolute banger of an episode. You could probably just watch that episode last night without having seen the rest of the season and be satisfied with just the character development, the relationships, and just the pure. I don't want to say cinematography, but just emotion there.
Wow.
So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
Says
I mean-
Daredevil tattoo.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll tell you what's a really good show. What I've been watching that everyone should watch: Desperate Housewives. I've been watching it with my girlfriend. It's her favorite show, and I've been watching it all. I'm like, this shit's actually really good, man.
Okay.
First couple seasons, like they're cooking here.
It's a
Uh,
classic. It's a classic
that's
for
where-
a reason.
That's where my head's at, not Daredevil or.
I've been doing 90 day before the 90 days where they
Oh,
go
classic.
to the country to see if it's compatible before they get them into the country. That's a good one. That one's
getting
getting interesting.
Watching that stuff, man. I was a big Ed guy. You know, I love that guy when he puts like mayo in his hair. He's like a fucking little mutant. And just as the show going on, it just got more crazy, and I just was like, I didn't like anyone on it anymore, so I stopped watching it. But yeah, I watch stupid shit like that.
That's fair. All right. As promised, that was the chaos. We know
True.
we know you guys are busy.
Inevitable.
Anything else we want to go talk about? Fireborn, any last final thoughts? Anything else you guys want to say that we didn't prompt correctly? Now's your time. Any last words?
Buy Fireborn.
Buy Fireborn.
If you can find
Pre-order
it.
Fireborn.
If you can find it, yeah.
Is there any
Just
talk of
pull
second
it,
print
yeah.
yet?
Just
Is there
pull
second
it.
print yet? No second print yet?
The Image Comics is in here, so we're not. We're gonna let Image.
Yeah,
Comics
we if it
Fireborn.
Oh,
sometimes
Fireborn, that's
we're
good.
Fireborn
Alright.
is fire bronies. Is that like the ponies
Oh,
thing?
that
Or
one might be
Fire
taken.
Bronies?
Dan, you gotta work
Yeah.
on that one. I don't love
Yeah.
this one. We'll
Yeah.
work on that. Not bad.
FOC for issue 2 is coming up. FOC for issue 3 is coming up. Put it on your poll. Order it early.
Yeah, I'd say that. Like, so if so if you want to catch up on the story that leads into Fireborn, check out the Lost
Mhm.
Fantasy trade paperbacks, right? Catch up on everything, and then also like pull Fireborn. So if you went to the shop today and had a hard time getting the cover you want, or it was sold out, if you pull it, they'll put aside
Yeah.
all the future issues for you, and it
Yeah,
makes it
call
so
your
you
local
have to
comic
invest.
shops.
Exactly. Yeah. Show the love to the shops, right?
Support local.
Support
Thank you,
local.
gentlemen, so much. Buy Fireborn. Pre-order Fireborn. Franklin, good luck with your tour. Kurt, excited to see everything that you got coming out, and we will catch you guys at shows soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope
thank
so.
you
Come
guys.
on. East Coast.
Shout out the
Thank you for-
Paneloids for connecting the boys.
Yeah, thank you for playing matchmaker. We are very grateful.
Such a
That's going
cute-
on my resume. That's
Yeah, you made this
That's
happen.
fair.
Yeah.
You made this happen.
all right, guys.
All right.
Hugs and
Peace, guys.
kisses.